Welcome back to another Pokemon Throwback Thursday, where every Thursday morning we take a deep dive into a new set. We're going in complete order, so the set we are checking out today is Dragon Majesty. Then, of course, we're going to be highlighting a certain Pokemon, and we're going to be checking their best cards in Pokemon history. And for today's video, that is going to be Espeon. And back in my day, Espeon slightly beat out Umbreon. I remember a ton of people liking Espeon a lot more than Umbreon, but now it's completely swapped. But yeah, we'll be checking the best cards, and we are going to be doing a little giveaway today. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed. You got to hit that notification bell. You got to hit that like, and then you have to answer the question of the day. So for today's question, which evolution is the absolute worst? And this is what we're giving away today, a very nice vintage Japanese Holo Electabuzz. And then I do have to announce the winner from last Thursday's giveaway, and that is at Anthony Scalia. So just shoot me an email or hit me up on Instagram. I'll get those cards sent out to you. We do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Collectr. This app is the best of the best when it comes to tracking your collection. No other app even compares. I have tried every single one of them. And they also have a website that works super good. They're always trying to improve by adding new cards, boxes, and features. So let us know down below if there's anything you want them to work on, and check out their merch too. I just went through all of their merch the other day, and I was shocked at how many awesome, sweaters and, t-shirts and everything that they got. Then also make sure you follow them on all their socials, because they do more giveaways than anyone in this entire hobby, especially for the pro members, which gives you a ton of more features also. So definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. Then also, if you're going to grade through PSA for your first time, you can click my link in the description, use code BEARD25, and you receive $25 off your very first submission, which is basically a free graded card. All right, let's get to it. So we have Dragon Majesty. This set came out September 6, 2018. There's 8 secret rares, and the total set value is $758. There is only 70 cards in the set, and then plus the 8 secret rares. Total of 126 if you include reverse holos. So we got the gold Ultra Necrozma GX. This is a secret rare, raw $92. We got the Rainbow Reshiram GX, $77. We got the full art Zinnia, raw $65. The white Kyurem, $55. Blaine's Last Stand, pretty nice full art at $50. Got a super cool full art Dragonite at $49. Rainbow Salamence at $42. Altaria GX at $36. The full art Reshiram at $29. There is a Charizard in this set. Probably one of my least favorite Charizards, to be honest. I just never liked the pose or anything. But reverse holo, $20. Now this Charmander. This is one of the best Charmanders we've ever gotten. Yeah, that is the definition of adorable right there. All right, so here is the gold Necrozma GX. This is a pop of $294 in a 10, $340 in a 9. It was at $340 in a 10. Now last sold $599. And then raw, it's about $70 to about $100. Next, we have the Rainbow Reshiram GX. Has a pop of $265 in a 10, $222 in a 9. Last sold raw, $55, $75. PSA 9 at $140, and we have a 10 at $250. Next, we have that full art Zinnia here with a pop of $637 in a 10, $473 in a 9. Last sold in a 10 is $335, and we got a 9 at $70. An average price for raw is about $50. Next, we have that Rainbow White Kyurem GX, similar pop, and last sold in a 10 is only $203. The sale before that was $300, and we got a 9 at $73. And here is that Blaine's Last Stand. I just love the red in this background for some reason. Last sold in a 10, $200. And next, we got that full art Dragonite GX. This one has kind of a higher pop, $600 in a 10, $274 in a 9, still pretty low. And last sold in a 10 is $240 and $245. We got a 9 at $65, $50, and $51. And we have the Rainbow Salamence GX, similar pop, and last sold in a 10 is $299 with a PSA 9 at $37. So a pretty small set, but still a cool little dragon set. Here is a booster pack, $69. I think I even have one right here. Yeah, the Dragon Majesty Dragonite pack here. I think there's another foil card behind there. Probably nothing, but kind of cool. Love the Dragonite on there. So yeah, $65 for that. And then we have the Dragon Majesty Special Collection. This is the Salamence. Super cool boxes. You never see these. Like even at card shows, you just never see them, because I'd probably pick one up if I found a minty one. But yeah, I've never really seen one in person, like for sale on the secondary market. But last sold for this on TCG Player with barely any sales is $415. Next, we have the big boy. This is the Dragon Majesty Super Premium Collection. This thing is huge and very, very expensive. Love that Dragonite statue, though. That thing is sick. So last sold on TCG Player is 1,000, 1,500 before that, and 1,000 before that. And here is the ETB. I really wish I would have put like Dragonite or something on there, but last sold for the ETB, 850, says very crispy, which is what I like to hear. And then 815, 799. All right, we are getting into Espeon. So here is Espeon's cheapest card. We're just going to scroll through some of these real quick and appreciate some of these arts. So, I mean, every time Espeon has a card, it is pretty adorable. But yeah, I swear back in the day, there was quite a few Espeon cards that were actually worth a little bit more than the Umbreon card, like from the same set. So here's a couple Espeon Vs. We got that new EX from Prismatic Evolutions. We're going to check out that Plasma Freeze one here in a minute. Very nice GXs. I'm really liking these basic GXs so much more than our EXs and Vs. It's just crazy. Like we're actually getting a full scene, everything grass on the bottom. You can tell Espeon's like jumping. Love that card. Super nice Sword and Shield promo. That thing is very nice with all the flowers. We got a nice Espeon VMAX. These cards are all literally under $10. Now getting a little bit older, still very affordable though. We got Majestic Dawn Espeon where it actually shows the level. So love those. We'll be checking the reverse holo of this one here in a minute. We got the Best Buy Espeon from Obsidian Flames. It's $9. But all right, yeah, let's jump into it. So we're going to go from newest to oldest. So here is the big boy, the Espeon EX from Prismatic Evolutions. So this got up to $1,100 in a 10. Dropped down to about $737. Now last sold $800 and $810 before that. PSA 9 is about $219 and raw right around $200. So this has a pop of 2,233 in a 10 and 4,551 in a 9. And honestly, I feel like all of those SIRs will always have pops below 10,000 just because the pull rates are so tough and so many people are sitting on the sealed. Compared to like a lot of Sword and Shield alternate arts that have, 20, 30,000 in a PSA 10. Next, here's the Espeon Master Ball from Prismatic Evolutions. I really feel like people are sleeping on some of these Master Balls. I mean, this is literally a $20 card. I mean, $25, $28, and it's selling for $260 in a PSA 10. And before that, $244 and $300. I'm going to guess this $130 sale is maybe for the Pokeball. I'm not sure. It does say $130, but yeah, most of the sales about $200 something for a $25 card. Pretty tough to grade though. $275 in a 10, $888 in a 9. So definitely keep your eyes out for super, super clean Master Balls because they're worth a good amount in a 10. Next, here's the Espeon V Full Art, $920 in a 10, $503 in a 9. Very affordable. Last sold in a PSA 10 is $99 before that. $60 and before that $66. Raw, it's like a $10 to $20 card. Next, we have the Espeon V alternate art with all the books. This has a pop of 6,200 in a 10, 4,200 in a 9. And last sold in a 10, 370, 404, 350. We got a 9 at 175. And the big boy from Sword and Shield, the Espeon VMAX from Fusion Strike with a pop of 11,470 in a 10 and 5,800 in a 9. Last sold in a 10, 560, 535. Raw, 210, 275, 250. And this card was selling for a lot more. I mean, it was selling for $821 compared to now about $550 to about $600. So not too bad compared to where it was. Next, we're in the Sun and Moon era. We got the tag team Espeon and Deoxys GX alternate art. This is a non-textured card. This has a pop of 1,100 in a 10 and 1,100 in a 9. Last sold in a 10, $180. And raw, 45, 30, 20. So actually pretty affordable for that. Next, we have the Espeon and Deoxys GX tag team. This is the Black Star promo, textured alternate art. This is a pop of 900 in a 10, 4,500 in a 9, 2,800 in a 8. Very, very tough to grade. Last sold raw, 75, 80. We got a PSA 9 at 175. And the last sale on eBay for a PSA 10 is $1,508. Next, we have my favorite of the Espeon GXs of just, the non-textured basic ones. But I love this one. It's, making stuff float, the rocks and stuff. We got the grass everywhere. This thing's crazy. Pop of 15 in a 10, I guess, was 78 in a 9. And last sold in a 10 was $362. So actually a good amount for a basic GX, but still, that thing is crazy. Next, we have the Full Art Espeon GX. This is from Sun and Moon base set. 650 in a 10, 891 in a 9. And last sold in a 10 is $230. $205 before that. And it's about a $15 to $25 card. Next, same exact art, but the rainbow, $651 in a 10, $1,100 in a 9. Last sold in a 10, $238. And raw, $60 and $40. And for the third time, the same exact art, but this is the shiny Espeon from Hidden Fates. In my opinion, Espeon has probably top 10 best shinies. I mean, going from like pink to this bright, bright green is just so crazy. But for Hidden Fates, pretty easy to grade. 5,500 in a 10, 2,800 in a 9. Last sold in a 10, 223. We got a PSA 9 at 99 and raw, 90, 85. So let me know down below which one you guys like the best. Do you guys like the regular full art, or the rainbow, or the shiny Espeon GX from Hidden Fates, since it's the same art for all three cards? Next, we have the full art Espeon EX. This is from XY Breakpoint. The texture on these full arts are crazy. Pretty tough to grade too. 571 in a 10, 920 in a 9. Last sold raw, 55, 60. We got one at 95. Then we got a PSA 10 at $1,100 and $1,000 before that. Next, we have the Espeon Prime from Undaunted. Love these Prime cards. 54 of them in a 10, 579 in a 9. That sold raw, 130, 60, 80, 125, and 170. And we do have a PSA 10 sale at $7,000. Before that, it was $6,500. Before that, it was $5,500. Before that, it was $4,200. Before that, it was $2,000. And before that, it was $1,900. And besides that $1,900 sale, all of that was in the last 8 months. Literally like doubled every couple months, which is kind of crazy. Next, we have the Espeon EX from Unseen Forces. This is one of my all-time favorite Espeon cards. I have this, but it's moderately played. I got it in a big lot, so I still need to get this card in near mint condition, which sucks because it's so expensive now. Last sold raw, $265, $420, $300. This card used to be like $60 when I was collecting these EXs. So it sucks when you wait too long. Some of the stuff does go crazy, especially when it's, you know, a little bit older stuff and it's not just sitting around clean everywhere. But yeah, very expensive raw. I mean, we got a sale here at $600 for near mint. And then we got a PSA 9 at $3,200 and $2,750. And the last sale on eBay is $9,150. And it just keeps going up. And this has a pop of 45 in a 10 and 239 in a 9. So very, very tough to find a PSA 10. Next, we have the Espeon Holo from Call of Legends. Call of Legends actually has some super, super cool basic holo cards. And this is a pop of 36 in a 10, 156 in a 9. Last sold raw, 20, 25, 35. PSA 9 at 125. And last sold in a 10 is $1,777. Next, we have the Espeon E4 Reverse Holo from Platinum Rising Rivals. I just really love the art on this card, like the pose and everything, and it kind of pops with that Reverse Holo. There's absolutely no info on this card. I mean, you can get it raw for $10 to $20. But yeah, I've always kind of wanted to see this card in a PSA 10, or, you know, I've never even seen it in a PSA 9. Next, we have some of my favorite cards. These are the black and white promos. You can get all of the evolutions in these cards. They have the nickname like the wallpaper cards, but pretty cool. Pop of only 11 in a 10, last sold at $3,000. And pop of 182 in a 9, last sold raw 50, 40, 35, and we got a PSA 9 sale at 267. Next, we have the Espeon Reverse Holo from Plasma Freeze. Last sold raw $30, $20, $15, and we have no info on a PSA 10 for this card. You know, it says there's only 21 9s, says there's no info on the 10. Next, we have the Espeon from Delta Species. This is a holo. There is a reverse holo with the stamp, which I like a lot more, but the picture was blurry on Pokedata, so I use this one. This is a pop of 120 in a 10, 247 in a 9. Last sold raw, 50, 75, 100. PSA 9 at 225, and then we got a PSA 10 at $1,652. Next, the big boy, one of the most expensive Pokemon cards in Pokemon history, the Espeon Gold Star from Pop Series 5. This thing is crazy. Only 58 in a 10, 156 in a 9, 101 in a 8, 96 in a 7. I mean, this card is just so expensive and tough to find clean. We got a PSA 9 here, says 5 cert at $20K. Otherwise, raw, we got 34, 57, 59, 79. We We got another PSA 9 here at 86. Another one here at 98. This card is just so crazy. But last sold in a PSA 10 is $32,600. This thing is crazy. I love the shadow in this card. It's one of my favorite things about it. Next, we have the Espeon from EX Sandstorm, one of the e-reader cards. Really like this pose. It says a pop of 11 in a 10, 72 in a 9. This is a reverse holo. Last sold raw 193, PSA 9 at 250. We got a PSA 10 sale at $1,400. Next, we have the Espeon e-reader from Aquapolis. This is a pop of 105 in a 10, 285 in a 9. We got a new PSA 10 sale with a swirl at $8,000. It was at $6K before that, and then raw 385, 300, 175, 299, 350. Very expensive card. Next, we have the Espeon. This is the non-holo rare from Neo Discovery. This is first edition. There is an unlimited. And this is a pop of 76 in a 10, 157 in a 9. Last sold raw 60, 70, 44, 80. Definitely going to be closer to like $60 to $70 if you want this clean in first edition. Like I said, the unlimited is like half the price. But we got a PSA 10 sale at $355. Next, we have the Espeon Holo from Neo Discovery. This is the unlimited version, which has a pop of 100 and a 10 with a last sale at $2,900. And we got a pop of 687 and a 9, last sale at $433. And raw, 150, 210, 233. So not terrible for the unlimited, but the unlimited is actually going up in price right now. Now here is the first edition. So this has a pop of 95 and a 10. Last sale on eBay is $9,488. Then for a 9 has a pop of 525 with the last sale at $1,500. Then raw, we got 550, 650, 425, 821, 717, 200 for a heavily played. Next, we have the first edition Dark Espeon from Neo Destiny. It says a pop of 52 and a 10, 289 and a 9. Last sold in a 9, 1100, 1200, 1400, raw, 350, 260, 240, 445, 699. We got a new PSA 10 sale here at $9,999. Absolutely crazy. But all right, that was it for English. So next, we are going to jump to some Japanese exclusives. We have the Unagaba Espeon here. This is a pop of 17,000 in a 10, 2,000 in a 9. Last sold in a 10, 130, 128, raw, 65, 62. It's a fun little collection to collect. It's not that difficult. Next, we have some Versus cards. This is the Wills Espeon with a pop of 263 in a 10, 184 in a 9. Last sold raw, 75, 90, PSA 10 at 110, and we have a PSA 10 at $315. Next, we have the Sabrina's Espeon Versus card. Very similar pop, and pretty similar in pricing too. Last sold 360 in a 10, 380, and raw, 75 to about 100. Next, we have the Rainbow Tag Team GX All-Star. This is the Espeon and Deoxys card. This has a pop of 844 in a 10, 280 in a 9. Last sold raw 85, 73, PSA 9 at 90, and we got a 10 at 178 and 152. So very, very affordable. Actually, a really big fan of these. Umbreon also has a tag team exclusive just like this in a rainbow and full art, which I have in PSA 10s. So I think I'm going to get the Espeon and Deoxys also very soon. Again, pretty similar pop. Last sold in a 10, 145. And we got a PSA 9 at 55 and raws right around $40 to $50. Next, we have the Poncho wearing Eevee with the Espeon Poncho. This has a pop of 1,000 in a 10, 538 in a 9. Last sold raw 486, and we got a PSA 9 at 605. But if we jump to price charting, newest sale is 2,200 in a 10. Before that, it was at 3K, and then before that, it was about 1,500. And I mean, we'd be pretty lucky to get more than 1 or 2 sales of this card a month. And last on the list, we have my favorite Espeon Steel product, and that is the Tag Team Powers Collection, where it has the Jumbo Espeon and Deoxys GX Tag Team promo. It also comes with the actual regular size promo and the Umbreon and Darkrai promo. So this box is crazy. And there is another box that looks just like it, but that is the Umbreon box. So, you know, same exact thing, but it's got the Jumbo Umbreon instead of the Jumbo Espeon. But yeah, this thing is very, very expensive now. You can get it shipped on TCG Player for $1,950, and last sold is $2K, which was about a month ago. But all right, That was today's Pokemon Throwback Thursday. And let me know down below what Pokemon you guys want to see next. Then, of course, if you guys like this content and you guys want to stay ahead of the market and actually be informed and know about all these Pokemon cards that 90% of the hobby does not even know about, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like, and then definitely leave a comment. And if you guys want to learn more and watch more of these Throwback Thursdays, I have an entire playlist for all of these, so definitely check that out. Then, of course, if you guys want to support more, you guys can check out my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook, my YouTube membership. We are so close to getting 10,000 followers on TikTok, so please go follow me there. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day, and if you guys want to watch my last Pokemon What If Wednesday, which was a super crazy one, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.